Me 2021 paper, question 2. Let me see what they say now. Them say two quantities n and t are related as follows. Say n equal the square root of t. Find the value of n when t equal 49. Alright, pause the video and do that and do it. Alright. Make sure you pause and work it out, you know. So this is what I'm going to say. Them say n equal the square root of t. When t are 49, n is what? So n equal the square root of 49. What is the square root of 49? Well, the square root of 49 is 7. What member say? Are both plus, positive, and negative 7. Plus or minus 7, right? Because, remember say, the square root of 49, I want a certain number. When you have two of the number them and they multiply, they give you 49. So, if you say 7 times 7, you get the 49, right? What you say, negative 7 times negative 7, you get the same 49. So, a positive 7 and negative 7. Alright. Now, down here, so, they say make t the subject of the formula. So, you must make t the subject. So, we see how this go now. When you have, make we use up so as part of the working. Where you have n equal the square root of t. What you want to end up with is t equal. That is what you want to end up with, right? T equals something. Now, when you have the square root of t, and you want source of t, you want to do a certain thing. And whatever you do, on the left hand side, you must do on the right hand side too. So, pause the video and work that out and let me see. Alright, you pause it and you work it out. Now, you know what to do. Just like how if you have a square root of 49 equal n, and you want 49 equal, right? You're going to have to square both sides. Because what happened? The square root of 49 is 7. Because if you say the square root of 49 and you square that, it's like so you have 7 square. And you want to say 7 equal. And the same thing as if you say the square root, not the square root. And why the same thing as if you say 49 equal. You see? And when you square the right hand side, you must square the left hand side too, so you square n. So n square, the square root of 49 square is equal to n square. So over here, so why be n square? So the square root of one number, square root of 49, if you square all of that, the square, rub off the square root sign, the square and square root cancel one another. So the number left undisturbed. And that, that happened also. So, what happened also now is this. You must square the square root. When you square this, the square and the square root, they undo one another. Because you know, them are inverse of one another. And whatever you have under the square root sign, one left undisturbed. But if you square the right hand side, you must square the left hand side too. So you want to end up with n squared equal t, and t becomes the subject. So you're going to write as the answer t equal n squared. So how that happened there, so. You see it? Make sure you see it enough. Alright. So that is it for that. Now make we see why is happening here. So what else they say if you do? Part B. Alright. So part B now. Now you see with the way they set up part B still, you know. It's long and complicated. So if we copy it and put it over the next screen. Because you have a whole lot more features on this screen you have to work with. Right? So what you have now? Them say Ali is X years. Alright? Jim is 5 years older than Ali. And Chris is twice as old as Ali. You must write down expressions of X for Jim's age and Chris's age. Alright, good. Pause the video and do that part there. And then we're going to continue. Alright, so make sure you try enough. You have to try it, even if you get it wrong. The only somebody who no make mistake or this somebody who not try nothing. Right? So Ali is X years. Alright. So you know that already. Ali are X years old. Jim are 5 years older than Ali. So the thing is, you know, suppose Ali, I did one little picnic. Say Ali I did 10-year-old and Jim are 5 years older. Jim would have been what? Would have been 15, 5 years older. And that means you have 10 plus 5. You see? Alright, so by the same argument, Ali are X, you don't know X what X be, but Ali are X years old. If Jim are 5 years older, then Jim must be X plus 5. And must X plus 5. So 5 plus 5, that is what you have. X plus 5. 5 years older than Ali. You see? After that now, they say Chris is twice as old as Ali. Now, twice means 2 times, right? Now, if, again, suppose Ali are the 10-year-old and Chris are twice as old as Ali. Chris would have be 20-year-old, right? Chris would have 20. So, here now, Ali are X and Chris are twice as old as Ali. So, we must be X times 2. So, Chris' age will be, you write it as 2X. 2X. Right? So, that will be Chris' age. So, you see. Alright. Now, part B2. They say in 2 years' time. Now, 2 years' time. Alright, let me go on with this. The product of Ali's age and Chris's age will be the same as the square of Jim's present age. Show that the equation this x squared minus 4x minus 21 equals 0 represent the information given above. Alright, so more you pause the video now and work out that part. But before you pause, let me see something. Let me see something. In 2 years' time. Alright, remember say Jim's present age. Look on the part them where they put in a bold, they highlight. They highlight the 2 years time part, and then they highlight Jim's present age. Okay. Jim's age now, not Jim's age in a 2 years time, but Jim's age now. Alright, pause the video and work it out. Alright, so you pause the video, you work it out, make sure you work it out, you know. Right? And not pretend like say you work it out and you never pause and work it out. You must work it out when me tell you, and stop try to tell me like say you did work it out. Right? Don't try to trick me. Work it out, pause the video and work it out. Right? Alright, anyway. 2 years time. Now, in a 2 years time, right? In 2 years. Alright. In a 2 years. So I am. In a 2 years, Ali will be. Alright, now the next 2 years. Why what? X plus 2. Whatever Ali be now, if Ali are 10 now in a 2 years, Ali going to be 12. So if Ali are X now, Ali going to be X plus 2. 10 plus 2, X plus 2. So, in a 2 years time, Ali going to be X plus 2. If Ali are X now. And then, let me see now, Chris going to be how much? Right now, Chris are 2X. So in a 2 years time, Chris going to be (2x) plus 2. You see? And then Jim's present age hour. Jim's present age. How much did I say again? X plus 5. Right now, Jim are X plus 5. Alright? So you see that? Now, what them say? In 2 years' time, the product of Ali's age. Alright, you have Ali's age. In 2 years' time, you have Ali's age. Ali's age. And Chris' age. And they say the product. What product mean? You're going to multiply one by the next. Alright. Equal. So, the product of Ali's age and Chris' age will be the same as equal what? Jim's present age going to be equal to this. So you see. Now, so Ali's age in a 2 years' time going to be X plus 2. So you have X plus 2, put in a bracket, multiply by what? Chris' age. Chris' age going to be 2x plus 2. And that going to be equal to Ali's present age, X plus 5. So you see. Alright? Now, you're going to expand the bracket. Now remember I said, you must get x squared minus 4x minus 21 equals 0. So make me see if we get that. But, alright, what we have? We rewrite it. We rewrite it like this. X plus 2 times 2x plus 2 equal x plus 5. We can do multiply each term in a one bracket by each term in the other bracket once. We can do it that way. So x times 2x going to be 2 x squared plus x times 2 are 2x plus 2 times 2x are 4x plus 2 times 2 are 4 equal x plus 5. Alright? So now, you can put the 2x and the 4x together. So you have 2x squared plus 2x plus 4x as 6x plus 4 equal x plus 5. Now you want the right hand side as equal 0. Right? So what you're going to do is this. 2x squared plus 6x plus 4. You're going to subtract x. Let me rewrite this apart. X plus 5. So you have x plus 5 over here. So what you're going to do is subtract x from both sides and subtract 5 from both sides. You now move over anything. No mathematical, no algebraic operation, no need move over. You have add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So you subtract the x. When you subtract x from both sides, I mean you're going to have to subtract x over here so too. And you're going to have to subtract 5 from over here so too. So you're going to have 1 minus x here so. You're going to have a minus 5 equal. So guess what? Walk over to the right hand side. X minus x 0. So x gone. 5 minus 5 are 0. So 5 gone. So 0 you have over here. So, right? So now, what you have? A 2x squared plus, now you have, let me see same thing here. Make sure everything alright. So you have x 2x squared. So x plus 2, 2x plus 2, nice. Jim age hour. Oh, Jim's present age. Jim's present age, x plus 5, nice. Just check and make sure everything alright. So you have x plus 2 times 2x plus 2 equal x plus 5. X 2x squared plus 2x plus 4x plus 4 equal x plus 5. Oh, my. Guess what? They said it. What did they say up here, so? The square. Oh, mistake. If you square this, when you realize, you know, the square of Jim's present age. Alright, so we have to rub out up here so and redo this apart. So let me see what happens. You're going to square Jim's present age. So you're going to say x plus 5 times x plus 5 here so. So you have 2x squared plus 6x plus 4 equal this. So when you square out this apart and you say 2x squared plus 6x plus 4, you're going to say x squared plus 5x, see that, plus 5x plus 5, 25. Alright. So you have 2x squared plus 6x plus 4 equal x squared plus 5x and 5x are 10x. 10x plus 25. So you see that? So now, you're going to minus all of them things over here. So you're going to subtract them from both sides, because over the right hand side you want 0 equals 0. So what you're going to do, the x squared, you're going to minus x squared on the right, and you're going to minus x squared on the left too. It's not say you move over x squared, right? No mathematical operation, no you move over or subtract, you're going to subtract it. Then what if that come on the screen? So let me get rid of them. Alright. The 10x, you're going to subtract minus 10x from the right, you're going to minus 10x from the left. The 25, you're going to minus 25 from the right, and you're going to minus 25 from the left hand side. So you see. So, what happened? You see, over the left, you're going to say 2x squared plus 6x minus, oh, you're not ready for the 6x yet. 2x squared minus, this is x squared, yeah? Minus x squared, good. The x now, plus 6x minus 10x. You see, numbers now, plus 4 minus 25. You see, equal x squared minus x squared, this gone. 10x minus 10x, 0, that gone. 25 minus 25, 0, that gone. So you have equal 0 over here, so over the right hand side. So you see. So now, 2x squared minus x squared, because remember, so you see that x squared here? Even though you write so x squared, a 1x squared, you know? Right? Always 1x squared. Because x squared are the same thing as 1 times x squared. So 2x squared, and you take away 1 of the x squared, you're left with 1 x squared. But of course, you're not going to write the 1. So you just write this also x squared yourself. Plus 6x minus 10x. That's how much? That will be negative 4x. You need to remember your number line and so on, and how you add and subtract with the number line, right? Because on the number line, if you have 6, you the minus, how much now? You the 6 and you minus 10. You go to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 places. You end up at negative 4, right? Alright, so here. That's so now. You say numbers. 4 minus 25, how much? A negative 21. You say equals 0. We have x squared minus 4x minus 21 equals 0. We'll see if I do the same thing up here. So x squared minus 4x minus 21 equals 0. Right. You see. So it's easy if you make mistake with this kind of question, you know, the way they write the mix up. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Alright. Then them say calculate Ali's present age. Ali's present age. By the way, let me see. Ali's present age hour. They say Ali is X years old. So in other words, calculate X. So X they really want you to find. So make we see how that go. If you calculate X, you can do it with the quadratic formula. You can do it, well, if you look upon it, it's a quadratic equation. You have 4 main ways you can do quadratic equation. The formula, the factorization, you can do completing the square or graph, whichever one you want to do it. Now, I miss something here. 7 and 3. Oh, 7. Oh, You can do factorization, You can actually factorize it. You could have used the formula too. But I guess maybe the formula. Since they have the formula on the something there. The formula sheet at the past paper, you can use it. Right? The formula, if you look on it, where I see it basically say x equal negative b. This thing will jumps up. X equal, this thing gets stuck, so hold on. Let me reset my device. Alright, good. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Right? When you look on the formula, that is it. Now, if you're going to use the formula, you have to properly identify a, b, and c. Alright? So, you're going to have to say a equal, b equal, c equal. Look on this and tell me what a. Notice the general form of the quadratic equation, right, is really ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So when you look on it, you're going to see a at the number will multiply x squared. So a 1x squared so a are really 1. B now at the number will multiply x. And b and a 4. Right? B and negative 4, because the general form say plus bx. And when you have minus 4, are the same thing as plus negative 4 times x. So b and negative 4, you have to be careful when you use the formula and look on the positive and negative signs. Right? And then c, what is c? C and a 21. C and negative 21. So man will just look on the 21 and say a 21. And negative 21 because it's a plus c. And when you say minus 21 are the same thing as plus negative 21. Right? Alright, so here now. X equal b and negative 4. So minus b. X equal negative b. So a negative 4. Plus or minus, negative 4 in a bracket, plus or minus the square root of b squared, negative 4 squared, minus 4 times a 1, times times c a what? Negative 21, all over 2 times a, which is 1. Alright, so you say x equal negative 4 or positive 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 4 square are the same as negative 4 times negative 4, and that gives you a positive 16, because the negative by negative a positive, right? If you say negative 4 times negative 4, negative 4 are 1 times negative 4, so I would have the same as negative 1 times 4 times negative 1 times 4. But if you rearrange this, you're going to get negative 1 times negative 1 times 4 times 4. But negative 1 by negative 1 are 0. So a 4 by 4. In other words, if you say negative 4 by negative 4, the two negatives they multiply and give you a positive. So you have positive as the answer. So we're going to have a positive 4 by 4, right? So, hold on there. Let me think, yeah. Give me trouble again. Let me reset it. Alright, so a positive 16. Now, minus 4 by 1 are 4. 4 by 21 are what? 4, 1, 4, 4, 2 is 8. But a negative 21, so a minus negative 84. All over 2, 1, 2. So x equal, what is going to be now? So remember, so we have to take time in our exam winner, so we not rush it. You gotta take time and look on the details. Understand it, right? So 4 plus or minus the square root of what? 16 minus negative 84 are the same as 16 plus 84. So we have 84 and 16. Flux on 4, 10, bring down the 0, carry 1, 8 and 1, 9 and 1, 10 and 100 over 2. So x equal 4 plus or minus the square root of 100. Square root of 100 are 10 over 2. So you have two answers for x, yes sir. X, two value of x under the answer. In one case, x of 4 plus 10 over 2, and then in the other case, x of 4 minus 10 over 2. Now, in this case, 4 and 10 are 14. 14 over 2 are 7. Right? And in the next case, x of 4 minus 10 over 2. 4 minus 10 and negative 6, and negative 6 over 2 and negative 3. Now, what they ask you for? They ask you for, what name there? They ask you for again. They ask you for, oh, I know this must look fine. I think Ali's age now. Oh yeah, remember. They ask you for Ali age. In other words, they ask you to find x. You must calculate x and find out our x. Now, Ali cannot be negative 3-year-old. Right? If you find out what Ali is, if you find out, or if you say Ali a negative 3, you'd have to go back to the time when Ali just born and then go back to 3 years earlier. You'd have to go travel far backward in a time. You can't do that. So, this x equal negative 3 can't apply. This out. So, Ali. Let's spell Ali again. Ali is 7 years old. So, that's Ali age. You see? Alright, make we see back the question. So, question 2 done. That's question 2. I will go on with question 3 next time.